bridge is super long, and it goes across, I guess, the Bay of Lisbon over to the other side. You can see some wind turbines in the distance. You can't really see the palm trees and like how heavily treed the city is, but it's a really, I imagine, floral place when the spring months really get underway. And the other way is really beautiful. I think this is where Lisbon had an expo several years ago. In the 80s, maybe? I really don't know for sure. This looks like a marshy area of sorts. I don't know if this is tidal or not. I'm assuming it is. It's extremely dry here at the moment. One of the hostel shift managers told me that they haven't had any rain since probably late November, which was also pretty much the case in Kansas before I had left. But just the day I left, we had a huge soaking rain. I have to recommend Portugal for a number of reasons. I haven't really been to the rural areas yet. I'm going to be passing through on the way to Madrid now. But if you are coming to Europe for the first time, especially from the east coast of the US or Canada, I think it's a good place to start. In particular, probably as opposed to Spain. Spain has the more powerful culture, you could say, and heritage in some ways. But because of that, there's more of a pride with the language and the culture. Whereas in Portugal, I'm told that foreign films are not dubbed, they're subtitled. And pretty much everybody I came across had a basic understanding of English that could be helpful to you if you're in a bind. And this isn't just for the benefit of English native speakers. It's the language that's used for Scandinavians, Asians, Indian subcontinent, so on. You can see a little bit of the city there. It's quite compact. There are a lot of hills to walk, so you want to make sure that you're feeling up to that, because a lot of places just are not handicap accessible at all. And I could see maybe even a lot of people of any age might have some trouble. I was definitely out of breath at times. It's friendly in Portugal, but not in a really extroverted, overt, obvious way. It's more of a tolerant type of kindness, I guess. And anytime I've had any kind of trouble, people have been willing to help me. And from New York City, the New York City area, it's 6.5 hours to get here by plane. And I think that you could probably do it at times for a round trip of like $550. Yeah, a lot of interesting things happen in hostels too. It's very much a place where you can get information that you're not going to get anywhere else. I do have to be a little bit ambiguous about what the findings are there. Oh yeah, this is definitely tidal. I don't know if you can see, but the way the water is moving. Do you see how it's two different types of water here? And how they meet? very brackish at that point. You meet quite a variety of people, but it's sort of a news exchange place on the level of YouTube or blogs, but I think that, as I've said in another blog posting before, or website posting, that there are things that you'll pick up there in terms of tips about travel and learning about other industries that I'm sure will pay you at some point. I didn't and I don't typically realize how much I really know until I'm in this environment, and I was able to give some people information regarding ESL that you wouldn't just happen upon it on your own, I think. And yeah, I made some pretty useful contacts, actually. And then what happens is it kind of builds upon itself, because you make friends with these people, and then when you meet somebody else from that country, you have something to build upon. Yeah, I really have to say, come to Portugal. It's pretty... I don't like the expression laid back, but that's the closest I can come up with. The prices are so reasonable for going out. In the old town of Lisbon, though, you do want to be careful about being solicited by promoters in restaurants and stuff, because I've been through some of that before in Brussels. There's a place in Brussels where you... Okay, I have to stop a second. These freestanding fast food places, not common in Europe 5 or 10 years ago. Anyway, I just saw a Pizza Hut there. There's a place in Brussels where there are hundreds of restaurants, and what a lot of people don't know is that they actually have the same kitchen, and they're all centrally controlled. And in the case of Lisbon, I was told by a guy from Australia and his Korean girlfriend that it's been so long since I've used this phrase, I'm not sure that it's right, but it's a la carte. And so they just throw something in front of you and you have to pay for it. And that's in addition to whatever you're going to order. So I would say, you know, really be cautious about that. Oh, these are like some heritage buildings, I guess. I'll try to periodically stop and get some things on film. For having 12.5% unemployment, I would say that things are very calm here. I only saw maybe 5 homeless people total in a city of over 1 million people. If this is any indication of the rest of Europe, I think that things are going to be okay. Remember, Europe has never really been a booming place anyway, industry-wise, so never fear. You guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye.